Hi everyone, welcome to Electric Car Australia, the genuine Aussie EV channel for the real world. My name's Greg and today I'd like to talk to you about some sponsorship opportunities that we'll be launching on the channel shortly. So I started the channel 3 years ago in 2020. And in that time, I've grown it to 3,600 subscribers. So thanks everyone who is a subscriber, I really appreciate it. I've got 105 videos up on the channel now, and boy, did a lot of work go in to get those up. I've had 338,600 views, so that's quite impressive if I do say so myself, and also had 37,500 hours of video watched. So that's quite a lot of free educational EV content. Now these videos take on average about 8 hours each to make. So every 10 to 20 minute video, about 8 hours. There's a significant amount of time that goes into planning and researching the video, what you're going to say, finding locations, setting up the gear, recording the video. Sometimes you need to do it a couple of times because an airliner will go over or something. And then the worst part of all, you've got to go back home then and spend hours and hours editing, and that's the part that I really don't like. But that gives you a little bit of an idea of just how much time and effort goes into producing the videos. So that brings me to the crossroads that I'm at the moment. About 18 months ago, I took on a new job, which is quite a lot more emotionally demanding, and so that takes up quite a lot of time. I've also got a young family, so trying to balance work life and home life as well as do the channel has been a bit of a challenge. So, in short, the videos and the channel has to start paying its way. So I'm really thankful for the handful of paid followers that I have, so thanks very much. They're on Patreon and Ko-fi, so really appreciate your support, guys. But I am now reaching out to a select number of suppliers or commercial channel sponsors to try and increase the income from the channel to get a little bit of a payback for the time and effort that goes into it. And you'll also notice at the bottom of the screen of all the videos, I've got a paid one-on-one consulting or information service as well. Now that's had limited or mixed success, and what I've found talking to people is nobody really wants to pay for dedicated independent advice. It's quite funny, they'll pay for a lawyer or a real estate agent, that sort of stuff, but if they're making a big purchase like a $60,000 or $80,000 EV, people prefer to get free information and advice via searching YouTube or Facebook groups and stuff. So that's fine, not a problem with that. But yeah, that has also limited the income. So what I'd like to make really clear is the channel is not changing to a paid sponsorship model where we're doing infomercials. I'll still be staying independent without conflicts of interest. If I do happen to review or talk about a product that is a sponsor, I will make it very clear to the sponsors that I'll still be saying what my real world thoughts are and what I like and don't like about the product. And if I personally don't think that it's a fit for purpose product, value for money, etc., I'll certainly be saying that. And that's one of the problems I've got with most of the media these days, or even YouTube channels as well, Facebook channels, all that sort of stuff, is that it's all about the dollars. So as an example of that, recently the Sun newspaper in the UK, now I won't put a link in there because I certainly don't want anyone to support this newspaper because they have some of the dodgiest biased reporting you'll find anywhere in the world, but they recently gave the Volvo EX30 electric vehicle car of the year. Now keep in mind, these things haven't even hit the road yet, so actual users and owners haven't been able to test these things. So how can a journalist that's taken it for a couple of hours on a test drive award a vehicle car of the year? Absolute rubbish. It's just because the big car brands are paying lots of advertising dollars and hence they get the kickback of the Car of the Year award. So we certainly won't be going down that track. So as I mentioned, it'll only be a select number of organisations, and they'll be companies and groups that I've used their products. I've personally stumped up my own cash for them to buy things or use their services, and I would thoroughly recommend them in the real world, and it's not just because they're paying a small sponsorship. So once we've got them up and running and you start to see the little sponsorship messages appear, I'd really like your thoughts, so please leave those in the comments. They won't be big adverts in the middle of the videos breaking them up. They'll be just short little messages here and there, depending on obviously how much the sponsor pays, and we'll have a link in the show notes which will take you to their website or their most recent promotion or something like that. And finally, I thought I'd change the channel's catch cry. So I used to have Electric Car Australia for Aussies wanting to learn a little bit more about EVs, etc. So now I'm going to trial something along the lines of Electric Car Australia, the Aussie Genuine EV channel for the real world. So I'd really like to hear what you guys think in the show notes about that. Another one was for a Genuine EV channel for everyday Aussies. I just want to change it up a little bit to let people know that it's independent, it's real world advice. We're not beholden to sales and marketing campaigns by companies, that this is real world stuff that every owner of EVs will experience. So that's it. Not a big change, but hopefully it'll bring a little bit more money into the channel, which will allow me to expand the number of stories we do. I have a huge backlog of work that I'd absolutely love to do. Some of it involves some travel, some of it involves some new gear. So if we can get some sponsors on board, that'll certainly help with that. So I appreciate you watching. I look forward to your support moving forward. And if you can, once we bring the sponsors on board, if it's a product or service that you're thinking about, by all means throw them in the mix for your purchasing decisions. That's it. Thanks for watching. Take care, look after your friends and family, and we'll talk soon. Cheers.